A constable in court now on Daybreak, who her family is blaming for the latest criminal charges against her.
A crackdown on donuts and spin-outs, what police are telling us and showing us about recent problems in a parking lot.
Turnover trouble for the Pacers, the reason the head coach says he's to blame for a tough loss.
News 8 Daybreak starts now.
For anyone maybe a little bit tired, if they're up early this morning, we're up late watching the game last night, looking at Marcus for that one.
I could not hang last night.
I couldn't make it. My husband texted me that he's like, we almost won, went into overtime.
Almost.
Listen. I actually listened to it on the radio.
Did you?
Yeah, because I was like, if I fall asleep, I fall asleep. It's fine, whatever. And I was so disgusted at the end of the fourth quarter. I didn't even listen to overtime because I knew how it was going to end. So,
no.
But as the recent series have shown us, maybe it could end in our favor.
That's correct.
So,
I mean, look, it's a long series.
Yeah.
And they didn't get blown away.
Along. Yeah,
they were in the game.
They were.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's why I'm mad. Because it wasn't that they were in the lead.
They were, yeah. Well, we'll get to that in a been from Angela, who's out there in
Let's talk about something that's less frustrating, shall we?
Weather?
Yeah, the weather's been fine.
The warm weather?
Been great. It's been dry. It's been hot.
Yeah.
87 yesterday. It's a little stuffy, too. I think we're going to bring the temperatures back down a little bit here for the day today. But today is kind of the beginning of a long stretch of nearly daily rain chances. And then that's very summer-like. I mean, we see this typically by the end of May and heading into the June and July summer months, right? Mid-70s is where we stand right now. It is stuffy here to start off the morning. Radar is showing a little action right now. Nothing too significant. We've got some light showers in east central Indiana, rolled through the Muncie area, and Newcastle really dying off. We got some showers that just rolled through Greenwood and a good little downpour around the Franklin area. No lightning there. We did get a lot of lightning strikes, though, around Nashville, and that's all moving east. And we'll see some of these intermittent showers and thunderstorms, I think, for the next few hours, okay? Kind of the first wave, Futurecast taking you through around 9 o'clock, and you can see a little bit of rain there. By lunchtime, we're pretty quiet. By the afternoon, we're also still pretty quiet. And then by early evening, we'll start to see some thunderstorms potentially blossoming up, specifically in the southern third of the state where there is a higher threat for maybe a few strong to severe storms, damaging winds, large hail, the primary concern in the highlighted area, especially in the yellow areas down in southern Indiana. 74 at noon, 81 will be your high later on for the day today. Again, we have several more rain opportunities for the end of the week and possibly into this very busy holiday weekend. We'll time that out in my Storm Track 8 forecast coming away in just a few minutes. Tara Hastings has a look at traffic this morning. Good morning, Tara.
Hey, good morning, Marcus. It is 5:03 right now, and we'll take a look at the South Split, and everything looks good this morning. Pretty light traffic volume out there. May see a few wet roadways here or there, but overall no major concerns for you. Our traffic watch map presented by Lee Castle in Feegly shows lots of green along 465. The east side looks fine, along with the city's south side. North side looks okay as well if you're coming down from Fishers. 465 near Kentucky Avenue, both directions of 465 going at normal posted speeds for you this morning. So if you're heading to the airport, catching an early morning flight, we are not seeing any major problems. Southwest side drive times, I-70 Plainfield to the South Split coming in at 16 minutes. A 10-minute morning drive on 67 Mooresville to 465 and I-69 Martinsville to 465 right now at 26 minutes.
Tara, thank you. Police are asking people who live in a Lawrence neighborhood to tell them if they notice anything unusual outside once daylight hits this morning as they try to find out what led up to a shooting that left a boy dead. It happened last night at around 8:40 in the Winding Ridge Golf Club subdivision on Birmingham Drive. That's just off of East 46th Street between North German Church Road and North County Line Road. Officers at the scene only told us that the boy was shot there and later died at a hospital. Police did not tell us his age, what led up to the shooting, or if they have made any arrests in the case. If you have any information on the shooting, you are asked to call Lawrence Police or Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS. That number is on your screen.
And turning now to I-Team 8, the family of Center Township Constable Denise Hatch is blaming her attorney for her new felony charges. Hatch was arrested this past weekend for illegally carrying a handgun while facing a felony charge in 2 other cases. I-Team 8's Cody Fisher was at Hatch's initial court appearance yesterday and spoke with her family.
At the end of the hearing, Hatch stood up in a yellow jail jumpsuit and chanted "Free Denise, Free Denise" at her family and friends in the gallery.
There are 3 sides to a story. There's Denise's side, there's the state side, and in the middle we find the truth. And the truth will prevail.
Bobby Kern is a friend of Constable Hatch who was in court this morning to support her. He said Hatch is not at fault for the new charges of illegally carrying a firearm.
She was under the impression they lifted it because the attorney had given her wrong information.
Over the phone, Hatch's attorney, Mark Nicholson, told me he could not discuss what he advised Hatch following her previous charges, citing attorney-client privilege. But he said, in general, any advice I give to a client aligns with the law. I would never advise a client to violate the law. It's unethical and it's not how I practice law.
Stupid policy. You're bringing back vegetables.
Hatch faces a felony charge for official misconduct in connection to this altercation at a Kroger last August. She's accused of trying to exchange rotten vegetables for fresh ones without paying for them, while using her position as constable as justification.
She said she was a constable or something.
And she was just going to walk off with the vegetables.
And she was walking off.
Court records for that case show the judge barred Hatch from carrying a handgun while she faced charges. On Saturday, an IMPD detective saw her with a gun and arrested her. The prosecutor's office asked the court for a higher than standard bond, and the judge granted it, setting her bond at $25,000 cash.
I feel like it's totally egregious that her bond has been set to $25,000 when there's plenty of dangerous criminals who don't have a bond set as half as much. I just want my mom to have a fair hearing. That's all. I just want her to have a fair hearing.
Hatch will be back in court Friday morning. Reporting, Cody Fisher, I-Team 8, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook for updates.
7 minutes after 5 right now. Police say it was yet another instance of drivers doing donuts and spinouts, damaging pavement in the process. Yesterday, IMPD released information about an incident this past weekend that led to 2 arrests. They sent us this picture of a drone that flew over Riverside Park on Sunday. Police say that drone is how they saw 22-year-old Marcel Gill doing burnouts and donuts in a silver Dodge Charger. Officers say a passenger was hanging out of the window, too. Gill was taken into custody. One person who lives near that park says spinning out is common in that parking lot.
It's dangerous for anybody. Anything can happen when you're doing that. Hanging out the window, spinning around, anything can happen.
Online court records show that Gill is scheduled to make his first court appearance on June 4th.
And Pacers watch the blue and gold had the lead in a back-and-forth game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, but they were doomed by some late-game mistakes. After a Pacers turnover, the Celtics' Jaylen Brown hit a tough 3 to tie the game and help send it into overtime. The Celtics would go on to win 133-128 to take on an early lead in the best-of-7 playoff series. Now that matchup puts the Pacers in a familiar place. They lost game 1 in each of their playoff series this year.
Yeah, our Angela Moran is on the road with the blue and gold and has the team's reaction.
The Pacers have no one to blame but themselves for a heartbreaking overtime loss to the Boston Celtics here in TD Garden in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Pacers were in control, up 5 with 90 seconds left, and then they started turning the ball over. An uncharacteristic 22 total turnovers for the Pacers that gave the Celtics 32 points. Pacers head coach Rick Carlisle knows his team beat themselves, and everybody has to be better for Game 2.
This loss is totally on me. With 10 seconds in regulation, we should have just taken the timeout, advanced the ball, and found a way to get it in and made a free throw or 2 and ended the game. But it didn't happen, and we made some other mistakes, but our guys just need to concentrate on fighting the way they fought in this game from start to finish.
Of course it's frustrating. Like, we felt like we were in position to win the game, but you can't dwell on it. You know, well, what I will say, I mean, we've lost every game 1, but we've responded well in all these game 2s. So, you know, I expect that from this group. I expect us to be ready to go.
I think, you know, we did a lot of good things. We got to go back, get better. And at the end of the day, as much as, you know, it hurts, you know, it's one loss. So we just got to move on from it. And and we have another opportunity.
Miles Turner equated all those turnovers to the Pacers showing their youthful age in a high-stakes game. There'll be a lot of film study on the off day today, trying to correct the mistakes of last night and build off of the many positives the Pacers showed against the Celtics. Game 2 is tomorrow at 8 o'clock. We'll have you covered from right here in TD Garden. For now, I'm Angela Morian for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
And you can now get tickets for the Pacers Eastern Conference Finals home game. Games 3 and 4 are this coming Saturday and Monday. If the series goes to a Game 6, that game will also be at Gainbridge Fieldhouse next Friday, May 31st. Your time now is 5:10.
And doing the double. Ahead, we talked to the driver who's trying to become the latest to do a second race on the same day as the Indy 500.
This is Wish TV, also on 93 WIBC Mobile News and Indiana's only statewide TV news network.